symptoms. I'm going to show them to you in the monitor, right? 4 keys. The first is strong urge to move your legs. Second is it's worse when you're lying down or sitting still. In part because of that, it's worse at night, keeps you up at night. And finally, you get relief when you move your legs around. What do you think it is? Audience, ideas? Restless leg syndrome.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of that?
No, no. Yes.
All right, come over here, hop up over here. So it's also called RLS. No, you just sit here, it's okay. Now, classically, people get little irritation in the back of their calf. And again, when you move your leg, it gets better. But the discomfort can start in your ankle, it can start in your hip, it can be in any place. It actually can involve your trunk. You get little twitchy feelings here, even in your arms. And the people describe it as a lot of words at once. They describe it as being creepy, as crawling, as gnawing, as pulling, as tingling, as aching. All those little words up there that I have behind me, they also describe it. And the only way to get relief is to walk around. Now, question is, who gets it? So there's an image of it, just look above me if you don't mind. And it shows someone trying to sleep at night. This is a video from the Journal of Neurology. It's typically what we see in America. 12 million Americans suffer from this problem. It's very, very common. Half the folks have a genetic link to it, not everybody. It strikes people age 45 and older, but kids can get it also.
Okay.
And women in the last months of pregnancy can often get it. It gets better after you deliver as well. It goes away once that's done. The key thing, though, is it can strike you at any time when you're still. Come on, I'll explain why that's so. This is really important. So this is an example of what happens when you lie down at night. And in the middle of your brain is a place called the hypothalamus, right there, and the pituitary gland. And there's chemicals and hormones released from where the brain touches the body. Dopamine is in particular released. What dopamine does is affects many, many ways how the body works. One of the ways that this hormone, dopamine, affects you is it doesn't allow these feedback chemicals that come from the legs. Chemicals that are telling your leg that it's staying by itself. If you move your leg, you send another set of chemicals, the blue ones, that actually block the red bad response chemicals. So in fact, what's happening when you're normally functioning is you're telling your body, I'm not going to pay attention to everything that's going on. Every little thing that I feel, I can't be responsive to. But when you don't have that dopamine being secreted from your brain, it doesn't work correctly. You become hyper-responsive. So that's fundamentally what restless leg syndrome is. Now, there are a couple of things that are useful and some things that are really bad for you if you have restless leg syndrome. So will you play a game with me?
Sure.
Come on over to the table.
Yep.
Now, I've put here 2 labels, helpful versus harmful.
And you want me to put them under the category?
Are they helpful or harmful for restless leg syndrome? Audience, come on, throw some words out there. You think, what do you think?
I think harmful.
Harmful? All right, move it over here. Okay, what else?
I think chocolate might be helpful. Iron, helpful.
All right.
What's this?
Prescription medications.
Harmful.
All right. Cocktails helpful.
Harmful.
All right.
And this one.
So, why would you put soaps in helpful?
What's in the soap? I don't know.
Lavender. This is priceless. It's like one of those audience meters.
I just can't believe I'm here.
Well, you're doing a great job. All right, now here's the deal. Let's walk through this real quickly, okay? So the way you can remember what's bad for you are the 3 C's, all right? Cocktails, alcohol's bad for this problem because it inhibits the body's ability to communicate with what's going on with the brain. Coffee, in this case, is bad for you.
Bad.
And guess what? Unfortunately, chocolate is too. Because chocolate and coffee both have caffeine. Okay, now, drugs. I put it right on the green line.
Why?
Because it's actually a very common cause of the issue. Some of the antidepressants, antihistamines can cause it, sleep medications. I mean, there are pills that can actually cause the problem, but there's actually now several new pharmaceutical products that work for it. So it sometimes helps, sometimes hurts. You got to talk to somebody. If you're on prescription medications, you definitely don't want to ignore the problem, though, because it's a sign that things aren't working correctly. Now, so what's the good news? Iron deficiency. Restless leg syndrome is common in people who have iron deficiency. So if your iron levels are low, which causes anemia, you also want to make sure that you're not causing other problems like restless leg syndrome. Simple, easy thing to take. But what I want to talk to you about that I'm really excited by is a crazy home remedy that I've heard of that some folks swear by, and it's soap.
Soap.
So what you do, come on back to the bed again.
Okay.
If you take the soap, I know this sounds crazy, but you take the soap and yet people put it under their sheets. So you actually have the odor coming up through the sheets. We think the lavender is relaxing in itself may be beneficial. And perhaps because of that, perhaps the other ingredients that are in some of these naturally made soaps, people believe it relaxes their legs so they don't have quite as many symptoms. Right? So hop up and tell me what you think.
You want me to lie down?
Yes. Do you smell this at all?
Yes, I can.
Where is that? Where'd it go? There.
Yes.
Relaxing?
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
nice.
you can take your
Nice.
snooze back here. You've been a wonderful, you deserve a rest for that.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Especially in these shoes.
Go to DrIves.com to learn more about restless leg syndrome. Susan, get up here.
Thank you for coming on and playing with me.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.
Thank you very much.
We'll be right back.